Nigeria to kick us off there in the green. Egypt in their traditional red colors with the white shorts, and almost immediately the big frame of Oniachu has traveled around the European circuit somewhat. He did very well in Belgium, of course, and then fairly brief spell in the English league. Oh, lovely skills here from Simon. Could this be the first chance? Just got away from him a little bit.
Yeah, he tried to lift his head up to see who to pass the ball to, but unfortunately, you know, the ball went away from him.
Clearance away from Fobi, who's playing at left back today. Ahmed Fatou was the first choice for the semi-final. Ashur now looking to get Mohammed away. Was he held back there? Well, that's the claim from the Egyptian. But no foul, says the referee.
A bit of talk, but you know, it's a bit soft. You know, days are gone. I keep repeating it. What they get away with that.
Chukwueze. Possession turned over. This could be dangerous. Foul eventually going in favour of Mustafa Mohammed. French-based play taken very quickly. Trezeguet on the left. Early ball inside. Nwabali's down. Collects comfortably.
Yeah, the Nigerian midfield went asleep for a split of a second, and the Egyptian tried to take advantage of it. A good outside the foot cross, but Nwabali was right there.
The goalkeeper, of course, came into the picture just before the start of the last Cup of Nations in Cote d'Ivoire. Pretty much kept his place ever since.
You know, it's where Nigeria have been struggling back and forth before he came into the frame, and he came at the right time.
Now Simon to do some teasing again, gets the early ball in. Say Samuel finds Chukwueze on this right-hand side. Still Chukwueze. Missed the penalty, of course, in the shootout on Wednesday. He owes Nigeria maybe some repayment. He'll be motivated, I'm sure.
Quality player that he is. You know, he can do more. I keep saying it. Probably you need a manager who can choose the right position for him so that he can, you know, explore the way he's doing. You can see the way he came to Fulham, the way he's enjoying his football at Fulham.
Had a good run in Serie A as well, but now in the Premier League. So first set-piece opportunity of the early evening goes the way of Nigeria. And that penalty area is absolutely packed with players. The two tussling protagonists both called out for a little bit of a lecture. There's Trezeguet asking for an explanation as well. Ashur got a touch to the head there. And Ashur again. Taken away though. Chukwueze stopped in his quest by Mustafa Mohammed, back to help with defensive duties.
That's another player who is one of the unsung heroes in the Nigerian team. You know, Bright Osai, you know, the right full back. He has been outstanding, you know, in this tournament.
That's a gallant effort by Ashur. He manages to take out the corner flag and the microphone stand and hurt himself in the process. But just another example of the commitment we've seen from this young man during this tournament.
Yeah. I need the physio for him and physio for the flag.
And the microphone.
And the microphone.
It's a pretty good slide there to take out several pieces of equipment. Eric Schell, of course, his future is a little unclear. He said so himself at the end of the semi-final. Not sure whether he will stay in the position or not.
Nigeria is a stepping stone for all managers because of the quality that we have. But at the same time, it's a manager that Nigerians should find a way to keep, because with what he did with this team, they shouldn't let him go. Then we start afresh with a new manager. That is one of the reasons why Nigeria won't be at the next year World Cup.
Oh, we're having a rather unusual wait here. Fixing the corner flag.
The flag must be in place before game starts. The law of the game.
Not often that you see that. There's a ground attendant trying to work very hard on it, and we should have that corner flag in position sooner rather than later. Get matters back underway here in the third and fourth place playoff. There's Ahmed Zizou, who's unusually gone from Zamalek to Al Ahly. You don't see that all that often, although there have been a lot of players over the centuries who have played for the two clubs, but the direct transfer between the two is somewhat unusual.
That is someone you have to go around to end up there, not directly. But and it's one player that came to this AFCON not looking the way we know he can perform.
Hossam Hassan on the bench. You can hear the jeers. His picture is on the big screen here as well. Formidable reputation, of course, as a little bit of a rabble-rouser as well. But what a wonderful playing career he had.
Him and his twin brother. They've been outstanding and winning trophies left, right, and center. Top scorer at Ali.
And his last Nations Cup match in 2006 at the age of 39. Right, looks as if the corner flag has been put back in place. Referee says, wait for my whistle. And matters can get underway here. Osei will have the opportunity with the throw-in. And Nigeria very much on the front foot here in these early stages. Sure is in there again. So strong on the ball and hasn't got very far, but does get the throw in, however. Comes off Chukwueze.
Not a player. Confidence on the ball at this age, being the #1 man in that defensive midfield, a link between the back four and the attack. That's incredible.
Free kick in favor of Trezeguet. Chance for Egypt to push themselves a little further upfield. Rami Rabia in possession. Plays these days in the United Arab Emirates, but had a glorious club career with Al Ahly. 3 Africa Champions League titles for him.
Nigeria team have to use this momentum of the 13th, 11, 12, 13 man, because the fans are really behind them 100%.
Certainly didn't get this kind of support against the home nation on Wednesday, but gave Morocco a very good fight in that semi-final. Now, Osei doing very nicely. Deli Bashiru at the back, and there's a chance today for Igor to show us his acumen. A little bit of a rest being given at the back by the Nigerians to stalwarts from earlier games. Onyedika under a bit of pressure. Possession turned over. Here's Mohamed. If he can find Trezeguet, there might be a gap here on this left. Femi Ajayi, one of the London-born Nigerians. Dele Bashiru, born in Germany. This goes to show you the extent of the Nigerian diaspora these days. And when you look at some of the European, particularly the under-20, under-23 sides, so many Nigerian names these days popping up in Germany, England, etc. Imagine what you could do with a Bukayo Saka in your lineup, Daniel.
Tell me about it.
Now, Trezeguet. Sorby getting an opportunity today and charging through. That might be a little too strong though for Mohamed, and look at the pace at the back. That's top quality defending.
Oh, that's top quality.
And that's a player who spent most of his career in the Championship rather than the Premier League.
And he have never got any opportunity, to go to the Premiership. But he has, with the, with the kind of performance he has at this tournament, probably there will be, teams looking at him because, he is strong and commanding, in that centre back, and the height. Yes, I know you will talk about the height, Mac.
But he's big and tall, and a real menace for opposing strikers.
One thing the Nigerian team are doing in today's game that they didn't do in the semi-final games against Morocco, is when the Moroccan lose the ball, our white players still remain wide, But in today's game, when they lose the ball, they all drop into the middle and close up so that the Egyptians won't get that space. So it's good to see, that they saw it and they corrected it.
Moses Simon losing possession. Some of the crowd feeling a little unfairly. Here comes Ahmed Zizou now. Salah. That's a good ball. Sorby delivers. Back post, chance for a header. And Mustafa Mohamed beaten in the air. That's a good ball up to Adams. Using his strength. Referee says play on. Nothing untoward there. Adams gets the shot in. A little bit of a deflection and fairly comfortable for Shobir.
That's what he brought into the front three in this tournament. I was same doing it as club, throughout the early seasons. That body strength that he used to get, past defenders.
Player, of course, with Sevilla in La Liga. This time next week, most of these footballers will be back playing in the top leagues around the world. A lot of speculation about whether Mo Salah will be going back to Liverpool. The January transfer window open now. Is there maybe a move elsewhere on the cards?
Cameroonian Mboye is already back and he scored a goal for Manchester United in the early games today.
A little momentary lapse of concentration.
And it's good to see, Mark. You get eliminated, you go straight back where you get paid, and then get straight into the team. And in Salah's case, believe me, it will be different.
Of course, for some of these Egyptian players, next weekend is African Champions League time. Zamalek and Al Ahly, for example, both in the Champions League and the Confederation Cup. Players from the Pyramids team are the defending African champions. Next Friday, just 6 days from now, the Champions League resumes with the group matches. It'll be the third round of group games, fourth round in the last weekend of January. Now Zizou to Hani. This is going to come all the way back in the form of Abdelmonem. Ashur. Is he playing a bit of a different position today?
He's drifting away, and now you can see he's sending Zizou to push a bit forward, trying to pull out one of the midfield players away from his hole so that they can have room in front of, their back line.
Eric Schell, a former Malian international, actually born in Cote d'Ivoire and grew up in France. But his mother from Mali, and his son is a basketball player for Mali in the national team.
It's a good crowd for a third place game, isn't it?
Very good, very good.